I want to take a second. I'm here at this is our personal family lease, but I want to take a second and talk about stand placement on food plots. You know, so many times I I just see when I look at clients' properties, um, so many times stand placement on food plots of just it's just people, hunters, too many times we place our stands way too close on our food plots. We place them in a wrong position as far as the wind direction. Um, and look, if you're just wanting to see does and young deer, maybe a young buck every now and then that's fine. You can get away with a lot of that stuff. But if you're wanting to kill a mature deer, you've just got to start thinking a little bit differently about wind direction, of how that deer is going to approach that food plot. Just to give you a little bit of example here in front of me right here, this is just the entrance to our lease. This is the main road that runs through the property. Now, we don't use this road when hunting season comes. When hunting season gets here, this stand, which actually used to be just right over here, here I probably had to stand about 50 yards off of the edge of the food plot. We've got about a third acre food plot here on the road, just off of the road. And this year made the decision not to come up and down this road to hunt the back of the property. We used the perimeter, and when we did that, we saw a lot more deer and had a lot more buck sign in here on the food plot. And I thought that I thought that I had my stand far enough back. I've already actually moved the stand, um, but this year I, we had a buck, didn't wind us. He didn't wind us. There was no possible way he could wind us, but approached from the west over here, and he was approaching behind the stand. He was actually coming in behind the stand, and he just caught our profile through the window of the shooting house. Um, so that's what I want us to understand is so many times we place our stands, whether it be a ladder stand or a ground blind or a shooting house or whatever, and we position them on the downwind side of the food plot. But so many times I see these stands and they're just right on the grass is right up to the edge of the stand, the ladder of the ladder stand or the ground blind or the shooting house, and it's just sitting right there. For one, you can't get in and out of that stand without the deer knowing you're there. And if you bust deer out of that food plot just once or twice in a season, that's what develops a nocturnal deer herd. Um, Now, we were able to get in and out of our stand pretty well, uh, but I ended up having a rub line come within 10 yards of this stand because the mature deer in the area was coming on the downwind side of this food plot. He was coming 40 to 50 yards on the downwind side of it crossing. Now, you can see, I don't know if you can see, my stand now is about 80 to 100 yards down this road, which is I'm looking at the backside of the backside of the box stand. I'm looking at our gate. So literally, we turn the corner and we climb up in the back of that stand. There's no possible way deer up here are ever going to know we're here. Now, I can't see the majority of this food plot, but that's okay. I'm okay with that. We don't live in the Midwest. We don't live on a 2,000 acre ranch where uh, big mature deer are just going to come out in wide open in a food plot at 4:30, 5 o'clock in the afternoon. It just doesn't happen. We hunt small properties like a lot of you. We hunt properties anywhere from 20 acres up to 150 acres. And on those small properties with heavily hunted pressure around, mature deer, they're just not coming out in that wide open food plot. The only way to kill them around a food plot is getting back behind the downwind side of that. And what's going to end up happening uh, now that we take the pressure of that stand being away from here, those deer are going to start coming, and they're going to cross this road right here. Now I'm going to plant this road is planted in clover right now. It's going to take it another couple of weeks to start, emerging, and then we'll probably top seed it with some kind of grass in the fall, just to give us some grain on this road. But what's going to happen is the mature bucks are going to start crossing this road, just scent checking this food plot. I'm okay if I'm not seeing every young deer and every doe that's out in this food plot, because that's not the deer that I'm actually trying to kill. The deer I'm trying to kill is coming back here. And for many of us, so many times, and for many of you, the deer that you really want to kill, he's scent checking your food plot, and he's coming in behind your stand, and you're really getting busted. So I hope that just I hope you, and if you're going to tweak your stand placements, now's a good time to do it. Get it out of there, get it further back, get it hidden better, get it back where you're hunting the movement to the stand, and you're hunting how that deer is going to come in and scent check that food plot. Even if he's coming in there to feed, he's going to still scent check it to make sure it's safe, and he feels comfortable to come out of there. So if you don't have a staging area that you can get, you just have to make do and find the trails that are coming into the food plot and try to get on the downwind side of them. So I hope that helps some of you.